Welcome to another episode of From Our Perspective. I'm your boy Dion. Got the bucket hat on today, so you can call me Bucket Hat D. I'm always joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Captain Hate himself, Q. How you doing today, Q?
Man, what's going down? What it do? What it is? You already know the best boy, Mr. Bell, aka man, Big Q, not the little one. You feel me?
Big Q, not the little. And we got Quiet again. He's not a guest. He knows he has to take his shoes off before he walks in. He knows where the milk is at. He knows where the bathroom is at. Quag back again on the episode of From My Perspective, which means usually when he's on, we're probably talking about the Minnesota Vikings, which we are. We'll get there. But how you doing, Quag?
Y'all know the vibes. We chilling. Y'all know what's up.
Hey, you rocking his Minnesota Vikings. So Q came up with this great idea. We're gonna go through the NFL's team and talk about what they need, what have they done so far in the offseason, what they need, and if they gonna be worth anything in the next NFL season. So we're gonna start out with the North as a whole, NFC and AFC. We're gonna start out with the AFC and just spitballing here. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the Baltimore Ravens as you know, Lamar Jackson, the quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens, he went to Louisville. Might as well talk about the Baltimore Ravens. They finished they finished first in the division, 12-5, 8-4 in the conference, but they had a heartbreaking loss to the Buffalo Bills. They just didn't look right at all in the divisional round. How you guys feel about the Baltimore Ravens this upcoming season? They did pick up D Hop. A lot of people was joking about that. They saying man, the Ravens is where receivers go, careers go to die. How y'all feeling about it?
I
All
thought
right,
D Hop career was already dead. My bad.
Damn.
go ahead, do your thing. Go ahead.
I thought he was already done for. Did he
Bro,
drop
they
a
kept
ball?
putting
Didn't he
y'all
drop?
already.
Didn't he just drop a ball in the Super Bowl?
I mean, he did. He did.
Thought it was
Okay.
over
Do
with
you
for him.
do you think it'll help? I mean, they also has Rashad Bateman, Zay Flowers. Not great receivers, but they good receivers. They're not terrible. They're not the best. They're not top of the line. They're probably tier two receivers in the NFL. At least they was at this moment in time. They could show us something next season. Obviously, they got the MVP, didn't win it, but probably should have won it. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry in the back. You don't think D Hop helps them get over that hump?
I don't think receiving is a problem.
What's their problem then?
Honestly, it's your. How can I say? It's
Come on. Come
it's
on
Lamar,
with it.
man. Lamar's
I
the
knew you was
problem,
back
man.
man. I knew you.
Lamar's the problem, man. We know what Lamar is. The GOAT.
He's the problem. Now, how is he the problem? Like you watched the game. Now, I told Q after the game happened, we gave our reaction. Obviously, Mark Andrews did drop that open pass, but there was too much time left on that clock. I believe the Buffalo Bills win that game, anyways. But Lamar Jackson couldn't. It wasn't a great pass, but it was a good
I
enough pass. It
I'm
wasn't
not
his
saying I'm
fault.
not even talking about like in reference to that. I'm just saying y'all win a bunch of these games off Lamar's back, but y'all lose a bunch of them too because not saying that he can't do it all, but he be doing it all. So I'm not saying it's like a you losing because of Lamar.
That's what you're saying.
That's because you done did all this winning because of him. It's like the LeBron argument. How niggas be like, uh, LeBron done lost X amount of times in the finals. D Wade done lost the same amount of, and nobody ever talk about it. That's what I'm saying. It's
D
apples to
Wade has not
oranges.
lost the same amount. Don't do D Wade like
I'm
that.
not saying that. Okay, not the same amount, but I'm saying
Uh,
just as many. He got
uh,
at least one more.
almost got me hot up in here, boy.
Nah, look, I get your point though. I get your point that people lose these games, and the conversation is only pointed at certain people. I get that. I so me, I don't think Baltimore's issue was a talent issue. That's the one team that I felt like the issue going into the offseason is not talent. I think I don't agree with Quag as far as Lamar's the problem. I just feel as if their problem is what you gonna do when playoffs time hit. What you gonna do when it's time to close the deal? When it's time to that 4th and 2, that 3rd and 4. Like, what you gonna do to get over the hump? I think that was Baltimore's biggest issue. As far as D-Hop. So I was listening, I forgot what I was listening to. But they talked about how D-Hop, he didn't do a lot in Kansas City, but he helped out the young rivals. He helped the young receivers out. So I think that's what D-Hop is there for, is to help along the young wide receivers, show them how to be professional, show them how to be, solid teammates, and then they build on it. He teaches them the route run. He's basically like an extra receivers coach. I think that's what D-Hop is. Mm-hmm. But as far as, like, you could talk about the stuff they did in the offseason, like so far in free agency, but I don't think it was a talent problem because they ain't lost nobody. They haven't lost nobody big. They re-signed Ronnie Stanley. You know what I'm saying? That was like probably their biggest thing they had to do. And that's all I feel like they did. What you gonna do when the playoffs hit?
Yeah, that's their main thing. They just got. They've came close. They've had great seasons. When Lamar is healthy, they have a great season. They make it to at least the divisional. They just gotta do it when the lights are bright, especially against Josh Allen and or Patrick Mahomes. And you also can't forget about another guy that's in Cincinnati, but we'll talk about them in a little bit.
Maybe a defensive end, maybe another somebody else. That's the only thing, maybe, but it's fine. I can't think of nothing else. What about you?
In terms of teams, maybe a few other teams I'll talk about. It's basically, I'll talk about this in the NFC, but they basically can run it back. I would be 100% fine with them running it back. With their obviously, it's not going to be 100% the same roster, but 90% of the roster they had last year, just run it back. You just got to show up when the lights is bright. That's it.
I got a realistic question for y'all. Do y'all think that this Ravens thing could have beat the Eagles?
I think it could have been a good game. I don't know. I don't think they could have beat them, but I think it could have been a good game.
Okay.
Because they have a running back as well. It could have been a ground and pound 17-10 game.
Derrick Henry running to them boys though. They was rushing foe, apparently.
Derrick Henry, hey man.
Apparently they was rushing foe.
Derrick Henry different.
The whole game.
Hey, all I'm saying is Derrick Henry different. Do I think
they was pass rushing, not run stopping. They was pass rushing. There's a difference.
But I'm saying they wasn't sending everybody else.
They would have to send some people if 250.
Had they played? Had they ever played?
I think they did. I'm sure.
I don't think there is Embry. I don't think he's gone up against them.
No, I don't think they did play this year. Now I'm thinking about it. I don't think they did.
It was his first year there, right?
Yeah, it was his first year.
Time be.
They actually did play.
They did play. Okay.
Week 13, December 1st, 24-19 in favor of the Eagles. Looking at the stat line, Saquon had 107. Jalen Hurts went 11-19 for 118 yards. So nothing.
Sounds like
he also rushed for 29, but Saquon went 23 for 107. Lamar, on the other hand, went 23 for 36, 237 yards. Derrick Henry went 19 for 82 yards. Lamar Jackson went 8 for 79 yards.
That's what I was going to say. Okay. They could have won. You could see the Ravens beat in Philly because it's a different type of matchup. Because they didn't have to worry about the run versus Kansas City.
Nope.
You got to worry about the run versus Baltimore. Right. So the way you're going to play is completely different.
6'2", 250 back there.
And Lamar, once you start worrying about the run too much, Lamar's going to dart you up. So, yeah, they could have won. I don't know if they would have, but they could have won.
They definitely could have won. But we'll see. Maybe we'll get a chance to see that next year. Next up for the AFC North, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers. 10-7. Mike Tomlin gets another winning season, even though another first round playoff exit. Russell Wilson, he didn't look good the last couple games of the season, and it doesn't look like he's coming back. It looks like it's between Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers. But the good thing they did do is they did bring in DK Metcalf to pair with George Pickens, a good 1-2 combination out there as receiver. But who knows who the hell is passing them the rock? But I do know they got Mason Rudolph signed, so maybe it might be Mason Rudolph.
It's not. We know it's not.
Just saying. But Q, how you feeling about the Steelers? And more importantly, what quarterback do you think they should get? Because it seems like it's Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, and I've been hearing through the grapevine that they might get somebody in the draft, and that somebody might be somebody that wore Louisville across his chest. Just saying.
All right, cool. First off, with just that urgency, Darius Slay Jr. is a good pickup.
Yep.
That's a really good pickup. You already mentioned DK. That helps out. Whoever they bring in at quarterback. Let's go to quarterback. Let's just go. It's like the elephant in the room. You talk about Pittsburgh right now. The elephant in the room. What they gonna do with quarterback? Because Justin Fields already went to the Jets.
Yep.
Russell Wilson's on plane right now trying to figure out where he's going. If Pittsburgh is not one of the stops. They talking about Aaron Rodgers. Was Aaron Rodgers as bad as I made it sound on this pod? Probably not. But was Aaron Rodgers good? Absolutely not.
He was playing for the Jets, though.
Like
at what point can we start blaming what's on the jersey? You put on that green jersey, you just can't play no more.
I don't know, but he had wide receivers. He had weapons. I didn't even say wide receivers. He had weapons.
Sam Darnold had them weapons.
No, he didn't.
Not Sam Darnold. Zach Wilson.
He played better than Aaron Rodgers did. If you look at the stats,
he done played with them already. That's the thing.
If you look at the stats,
he been playing with them. I'm not making excuses. What I'm saying is
Aaron's not like you washed.
Aaron's not washed. I'm saying he played for the Jets, man. Everybody do that when they play for the Jets.
Okay. I don't. If I'm Pittsburgh, I would have kept Justin Fields. I would have did everything I had to do to keep Justin Fields. That's from my perspective. If I was Pittsburgh Steelers, I would have did what I had to do to keep Justin Fields. Now, Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers is kind of toss-up. Which one you want? Because Russell Wilson, he came in high, but then he slowed off. He tapered off at the end of the season. Bro couldn't even put on no points at the last 4-5 games.
Nope.
Then you bring in Aaron Rodgers, it's like, okay, cool. You bring in Aaron Rodgers, you get him DK Metcalf, but he came from the Jets with weapons. And Quag saying he ain't washed, I don't know, bro. Most 40-year-olds don't ball well. These dudes ain't Tom Brady and LeBron. Not everybody's Tom Brady and LeBron.
Yeah, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is. He's not Aaron Rodgers, but I think he's still a top 32 quarterback capable in the NFL.
Damn.
He ain't Aaron Rodgers. He definitely ain't Aaron
Top 32?
I feel like that's being generous.
That's not a starter? Is that what you're saying?
I said he is a top 32.
No, I'm saying Q said you being generous, so I'm asking Q. Aaron Rodgers ain't a starter?
Let me rephrase this. The talent-wise, yes, but everything that comes along with Aaron Rodgers, the Pat McAfee experiences where he's running his mouth, the whole I want to go sleep in holes and shit in the dark.
Not showing up to OTAs.
You're right. Say you won't come to a new team and you don't want to show up to the OTAs and the training camps and shit. This ain't the Packers, bro.
He came out there the first day and got hurt. I mean,
all I'm saying is you showing up to new teams, you need to be a part of the team. Because of all the stuff that goes along with Aaron Rodgers, to me, I wouldn't want him. Talent-wise, yeah, he probably still top 20 quarterback.
Yep.
25. Yeah, he's up there. He's starter worthy. But everything else that comes with him, it kind of, do you really want to deal with that headache for somebody that's not in the top 15?
To me, it's not even a headache. I just don't think Arthur Smith, the OC for the Steelers, I don't think his offense will work with Aaron Rodgers. Arthur Smith, he wants to run that route. Aaron Rodgers don't want to run that rock like that. I'm sorry, he just don't. He want to sling that thing. I just don't think they will mesh together. I would like to see it. Wouldn't hate it,
I think that'd
but
be
I
a
just
good
don't
fit,
think Arthur
honestly.
Smith would mesh. Arthur Smith and Aaron Rodgers will mesh together. That's why I don't think it should happen. But I would like to see it.
All right, go ahead. Let me ask you this. Because you made a face when I said Aaron Rodgers is top 15. Do you think he's top 15?
No.
Just hearing it, I do think he's top 15. If not 15, 16, mediocre.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna throw out a couple names. You tell me if he's better. I did this with Dion. I forgot who we was talking about, but I'm gonna throw out a couple names.
What you gonna start from the top and go down, or what?
About Dak.
I'm just gonna throw a couple names. Do you think he's better than Lamar?
No.
Do you think he's better than Dak?
No.
Do you think?
Wait. Do I think he's better than Dak? I don't know about better. I think he can do a better job. Okay. So yes, I'm gonna go yes.
Okay, cool. Do you think he's better than Justin Herbert, that plays with the Chargers?
Fuck yes.
You think he's better than Justin Herbert?
I don't think Justin Herbert's good at all.
I don't neither, but I don't think Aaron Rodgers is better.
Justin Herbert is definitely has.
I think okay. I don't. Maybe not better. I think he could do a better job. Can I say that like that? That's what I think. I think he could do better with what he got than what he's doing. You swap these niggas out, I think Aaron Rodgers do a whole lot better.
Okay, so Lamar, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, you definitely is better than him, right?
Joe yeah, no, for sure.
Joe Burrow.
Burrow.
Okay. What about do you think Justin Fields is better than Aaron Rodgers? Mind you, he only played like 5-6 games last year. I know.
I was about to say he only played, but he started
4-1.
This is a weird thing. I don't think Justin Fields is better than Aaron Rodgers, but at this point in their careers, I would, if I was starting a franchise, I would take Justin Fields over Aaron Rodgers.
Like
sounds weird, but I'll take
currently, yes, Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think he's better than Aaron Rodgers at this point in time, but I would take Justin Fields over Aaron Rodgers. It's if I'm trying to pick my quarterback, I'll say I think I can
want to smoke that rock there.
Okay, cool.
Justin Fields rock.
All right, go ahead. Who you think's better, Aaron Rodgers or Tua?
Okay, now we getting somewhere.
That was easy for me.
Who would you rather be your quarterback, Aaron Rodgers or Tua?
That's an easy one. I don't know why you hesitating for real.
I'm still going A-Rod because that nigga stay hurt.
All right, bro. Cool. Kyler Murray or Aaron Rodgers?
I'm going Kyler with this. Taking Kyler.
Okay.
I done seen that little nigga do some shifty shit.
All right, last one.
I'm sorry.
Like, Gino.
This is what came to mind, and I was like, is Aaron Rodgers better than Gino? One of them 15, one of them 16. Which one is it? Or is it 16 and 17? Yeah. I low-key got to go Gino.
I was going to say, but I think it's Gino. Because Gino's younger. I think that's the reason you go Gino.
A little bit more mobile, too.
And I'm definitely taking Matthew Stafford over there.
Oh, yeah. Matthew Stafford's still cooking for some reason. He still got it.
So,
you take Cup away from him. I think he's struggling.
He got Puka.
I was going to say he got Puka. And Cup gone. Cup free agent now.
Cup is gone, but Cooper was taking Puka was taking Cooper's targets. That was his go-to guy.
Puka basically got Cup out of there, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get there.
All right, but go ahead. My bad, Quay. We went through the whole quarterback situation. What's your thoughts on the Steelers? So you think they should take her?
I don't think. I mean, like I said, I think it'd be a good fit. I'm not saying take him. You basically got what he had in Green Bay. It's a little better. You a strong running back like when he had with Eddie Lacy. I mean, you ain't necessarily make that work because Eddie Lacy was out of shape, but Najee Harris is decent,
He's not there anymore, by the way. He's with the Chargers.
Oh, then why would you take your ass there then? I wouldn't even look at them then. I'm thinking he's still there. Him and the receivers, Pickens and
DK,
they there.
Oh, okay. Here's my thing though. I don't think Pickens is gonna be there because you just paid DK when you traded for him. You ain't gonna be able to pay both of them.
Not top dollar.
And Pickens gonna want his bread because he seen what you just gave DK. And you know Pickens be wild. Pickens is the dude who instead of going after the cornerback or safety, whoever just got the interception, he goes after the dude that was covering him. That ain't got nothing to do with the ball.
Just because he said something.
Bruh, the ball can be right in front of him. Pickens is going to get the dude that was covering him.
Did he go to Georgia?
He did.
He did, yeah.
So
I don't know. With Pittsburgh, I don't think Pickens is going to be there. So at this point, you don't really.
I think he'll be there for this season. I think next season is up in there.
Man, the way Pickens be acting, Tom probably looking at bro like that's the other thing with Rodgers. You know, Tomlin ain't the one with the nonsense.
Yeah, he ain't. But before we move on to the next team, both of you guys, does Mike Tomlin's streak of winning season continues next season? At this moment in time, obviously you don't
Black
know
boy
who
Jordan. Hey, I don't know what he sold to get it. He did.
Yeah, he gonna win it. Cause let's call him. He won it last year in spite of his quarterback play.
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't he do it this year?
Yeah. All right, so next up, we're going to talk about the Cleveland Browns. They went 3-14 last season. Deshaun Watson tore his Achilles somewhat early into the season, and apparently he retore, so he is more than likely out for the 2025 season. And it's been word on the street that he is done with Cleveland. They also, Miles Garrett, he also requested a trade, which people thought he was gone, but the Browns dropped the bag off to him, and Miles Garrett said, shit, winning ain't everything, is it? I might as well come get that bag. So they got Miles Garrett, the generational defensive end. Outside of that, that's still the same team that they've been. What you guys feel about them, man? Who you think their quarterback is going to be next season? Because it's not going to be Deshaun Watson. Quag, we'll start with you this time.
You said 3-14.
They went 3-14 last season.
Got draft picks.
They are. I just pulled it. They picking second. They're picking second.
They're pick super quarterback. And what it sound like?
Ooh, you think they're gonna take quarterback?
Yeah.
Would you need one?
Okay, cool. Would you take Shadour's worth the second pick?
He's a quarterback. That's my.
If Cam ain't there, I mean, it's traditional. Let's get back to that. I miss them days. The 1-2 quarterback. What happened to them days?
These quarterbacks ain't that good, dog.
1, 3, 4. I mean, hey, the ones in the league ain't good. The ones that ain't in the league yet ain't good. Something gonna have to give.
I mean, so but
ain't gonna lie, I wish I was raising me a little quarterback, low key.
You never know. You might be.
So what you think they're gonna do next season, Quag? Obviously, they got Miles Garrett. Their defense has been okay at times. Offense has not helped them out.
They're gonna beat a couple of teams in their division. That's honestly all I see from them.
He said that's it. Couple with sneak a win or two in the division.
That's about it. You said 3-14, make it 2-15 next year.
All right. Q, how you feeling about the Browns?
All right, with the Browns. This is my Quag talking about the Jets. It's what's on the jersey. For me, that's what the Browns is. I can tell you who they picked up in free agency, like they traded for Pickett, and they Pickett. He said he gonna have a shot to be the QB1. But realistically, though, it's still the Browns. So does that even matter?
Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, they got Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, they traded.
Man,
that's what I'm saying. It's still the Browns, and even Miles
Garrett 1-16.
Miles Garrett come in. Miles Garrett talking about, hey, I won't get traded. I won't get traded. I want to win. I want to win. Cool. As soon as they dropped him off the bag, all right, bro, no man. Cool. The money changes people's mind frames. But if that's the mind frame in Cleveland, then that's where they're gonna be at. Like Quag said, 2-15. I give them the 3-14 possibly again, because at the end of the day, until you change the mind frame in Cleveland, it don't matter what players or what coach you bring in, people. That's what Cleveland is to me. Even Cleveland's a joke. They've been a joke. They've been a joke my whole. I've never remember Cleveland being good. I can't think of a time when somebody really, even when they was okay, people thought they was gonna lose.
And there's been times on that when the schedule releases, you see your team, you look at your team's schedule, you see the Browns. Okay, that's a dub.
Cleveland fans think they're gonna go 0-17. So what you expect me to believe? It don't matter who they get free agents. It don't matter what they need to do. We know what they need to do to work on this offseason. Figure out a place to move the team.
Dang.
Change the whole aura of the team. Change the name of the team.
They might need to do that, but I don't think they're going to be good. I guess my somewhat of a hot take. I think they're going to somehow get Kirk Cousins because he played in that system. I feel like that's something that the Browns would do. I don't know if they got a good running back to make it work. Nick Chubb. Let's see. Maybe he'll be 2 years off that devastating knee injury. Maybe he'll be ready to carry the load, but I think they get Kirk Cousins somehow, and maybe even draft a quarterback to sit behind Kirk Cousins like the Falcons did. We'll see. But let's move up to the last team in the AFC North, the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm gonna say their name because Q will not be saying their name. They went 9-8 last season. They was there to the end, but the Kansas City Chiefs decided not to play in the last week and allowed the Broncos to steamroll them to allow the Bengals to just miss the playoffs. They're picking 17th in this year's NFL draft. Before I let you guys go, thank you, Cincinnati, because y'all dysfunctional management, general manager, a lack of playing players is actually making the Cowboys look good. Y'all didn't pay Jamar Chase when y'all should have. Now y'all got to pay extra plus tax. Y'all tagging T Higgins. He mad, and apparently y'all asking for like the moon to trade him, even though he don't even want to be there. He just want his bread. Trey Hendrickson, the sack leader, he want his bread again. Another player y'all asking for the moon for in the trade. He just want his bread. If y'all would have paid these people on time, y'all wouldn't be paying all this money. And the GM gonna say we're gonna make Jamar Chase the highest paid non-quarterback, but that was before the Browns dropped off a bag to Miles Garrett to make him the highest paid non-quarterback. So the price went up. You said it out your own mouth, Mr. GM. Now you got to pay the price. But thank you. Y'all making the Cowboys look better because y'all so dysfunctional. Because we bad. Our management is bad, but y'all management is terrible right now. At this point, I don't see y'all doing anything unless somehow y'all find a boatload of money to pay Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Trey Henderson. Y'all already lost Sam Herbert, y'all other defensive end, to retirement. 29-year-old man said he don't want to play for y'all no more. I might gotta say something, but that's my 2 cents, my perspective on the Cincinnati Bengals. Y'all got Joe Burrow, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, but y'all need to figure out the rest of that roster. And the defense was horrible last season. And it looks like it's gonna be horrible again. So I'm gonna pass the baton over to Q. No, you're not gonna say their name, so I'll say it for you. How you feeling about the Cincinnati Bengals this upcoming?
I won't get something out real quick. Quay, you see that he brought up the Cowboys for no reason? It was not necessary.
I was like, we comparing the Cowboys to the Bengals now?
Like, as far as management, both y'all managements is horrible. So you trying to say that theirs is better? Yeah, y'all's is better. It's not true.
It's slightly better.
It's not.
That's all that matters to me.
Right. It's not.
Y'all got a coach.
They
Bro,
just
ain't Jerry y'all management? What are we talking about?
Yeah, like y'all GM don't shut up.
Look, I'm gonna tell you what the difference is. Your GM super rich, don't know how to manage his money. They own the Bengals. They own a super frugal. Also don't know how to manage his money.
They the same people. I mean, it just different. It just coming at it from different angles, but it comes back to the same resort.
The pot calling the kettle black. What are we talking about?
What you mean that y'all somewhat better? Y'all definitely not better whatsoever.
Y'all look. Why
They
is Micah
don't pay
Parsons?
people.
Why is Micah Parsons beefing with DeMarcus Lawrence?
That's because DeMarcus Lawrence said that the Cowboys ain't gonna win a Super Bowl. Which he ain't say much wrong. The issue with what he said is you went to Seattle.
He went and got a check.
That's okay. But you ain't gotta come to us. Come on.
Why your dude mad though? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Because we didn't want to drop a bag off to him. It'd be like that.
Bro. Y'all, like I said,
y'all dysfunctional all the way around.
All the way together.
All right, can we talk about the Cincinnati Bengals?
No, because you did this. Because we wasn't even talking about the Cowboys.
You comparing apples to oranges. Blueberries to oranges. What we doing, man?
We're like, all right, back to the kitty cats up north. Look, peep game. Like the Cowboys, they should have paid Jamar Chase last year. They should have paid T. Higgins last year, but they wait till the last minute. Now, like you said, stuff is gonna cost you a bag and a half. It's gonna be the same thing with y'all with Michael Parsons. Hell, that's what y'all did with Dak, and Dak got that big old contract. But cool, you got Burrow saying I'm willing to take less to keep both of my guys. Once that was said, these contracts should have been figured out, but the contract is not being figured out. Why? Because it's Cincinnati Kitty Cats. All they do is F up. Now the defensive end led the league in sacks. Hickerson. I keep saying Hickerson. That's not that man's name. Well, I want you calling him Hickerson. Anyways, y'all ain't got the money to pay him because y'all got to play both of these wide receivers, and y'all asking for, like you said, for the moon. Anybody gonna give y'all the moon because everybody know y'all gonna have to talk yourself off that ledge. Y'all should have paid him instead of promising T. Higgins, because you know what they need to draft out and what they need to work on? Defense. Y'all biggest issue last year was defense. Joe Burrow could have won the MVP if y'all defense was halfway decent. Halfway decent. If the Cincinnati Kitty Cats defense was halfway decent, they would have had an MVP. But they didn't because the defense was horrible. They losing games, I heard 40-48. Like it's not what you do in football. That's like a college basketball school. Ain't what you doing. The Kitty Cats is still gonna be bad till they figure out new owners. That's what they need to do in the offseason. Sell part of the team so they can spend some money.
Bro, when you start beefing with the Bengals?
Bro, I've been beefing with the Bengals for like 2 years now. Bro, where you been?
Where you been? He don't say their name on the podcast. Never do. And he'll never pick them to win.
He just said it, man.
I said the Cincinnati Kitty Cats?
No. You said I've been beefing with the Bengals.
I did, didn't I?
You called him slipping, that's all.
You called me slipping? All right, go ahead, bro. What you think about the
Bengals? But Clark, how you feeling about these Bengals? I call them the Bungles because they bums.
I ain't really thought about them for real. Like
exactly, nobody think about them.
Once y'all out of the playoff contention, I was like, all right, well, Joe will get them next year. That's all I really be saying for them. Talking about a nigga doing it all and ain't nobody talking about it.
Well, yeah, because like I said, he could have been the MVP.
Doing it all.
You can't win the MVP when your team 8-8. I mean 8-9, 9-8, but it's because your defense ain't doing nothing for you.
Yep, they not. But Cincinnati, y'all got some work to do, boy.
Both the Ohio teams, y'all might want to move. How about y'all switch locations? Why don't y'all move to Akron or something? I don't know.
Yeah, there's gonna be some bags dropped in Cincinnati, whether they like it or not. Well, let's go ahead and move over to the NFC North. Let's start out with the top team. The Detroit Lions finished 15-2 with the number 1 seed in the NFC. Got upsetted in the divisional round against the Commanders. Jaden Daniels, he dropped it here. He did his thing. Matt Stafford. Jared Goff looked like straight crap in that game with those picks. Just I don't know. He didn't show up. And the Lions defense, they was they was halfway decent. They wasn't good, but they was halfway decent. And all you had to do was be halfway decent with as prolific as that offense was. But me personally, from my perspective, I kind of put them in the same boat as the Baltimore Ravens. You can pretty much run this back and see what y'all can do. Y'all blown two great opportunities in a row, 2 years in a row. Y'all was blowing the 49ers out in the NFC Championship game. Y'all blew that. And y'all had the number one seed roll through Ford Field. And y'all lost to a Commanders team that was a year or two early in their process of their rebuilding process. Y'all can't keep fumbling these opportunities. That window is closing and it will close fast. Look at what's happening to the 49ers at this very moment. They doing a wholesale. So from my perspective, y'all can basically run it back, but this might be y'all last chance. Y'all might got 1 or 2 more years with this current roster before y'all gotta start blowing it up and paying people. Q, how you feeling about these Detroit Lions?
You said running back, but here's my question. And I'm gonna be always honest. Is Jared Goff is good enough to get you there, but is he good enough to get you over the hump?
Gotta figure it out though, because
Oh,
this is who you got.
yeah, so it's like, yeah, you can run it back at every position. So their biggest offseason task is going to be get healthy on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Draft, probably draft some corners, draft some safeties. Cool. Figure that out. But here's, like I said, I think Jared Goff is going to be your issue. Because even if your defense was healthy, you still was banking on Jared Goff. And you know me, I'm a fan of Jared Goff. I think he should get more respect. Because he gets teams to the play. He's like a Kirk Cousins. He's good enough to get you to the playoffs. But is he good enough to win games in the playoffs? I mean, Quag will know more about Kirk Cousins than me, but I think that's a fair assessment.
Jared Goff too, man. What we talking about? Jared Goff ain't that stick for real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Jared Goff is like the new age Kirk Cousins.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you really what he is. He's the new age Eli.
Eli got you too.
He got you.
Got you too strong.
He won 2 Super Bowls.
He got him. Was he he was a Super Bowl?
Jared Goff been the one. He didn't necessarily win it. That's what I'm saying. He can get there.
With that team, I feel like that's all you need. You need to get there. That team, with the offensive weapons they got, it's Jamar Gibbs, David Montgomery, Jameson Williams, Amon St. Brown. They are loaded with offensive weapons. But like I said, look at what's going on with the 49ers. Once you got to start dropping them bags up.
Bro, they've been together for a long time, though. They had to do something with that.
Now, Jamar Gibbs, they about to drop. They either gonna have to drop a bag off to Gibbs or let him go. Jameson Williams, he's coming up. He'll probably get.
He ain't gonna get top. I was
about
to say, but he gonna get top tier bag.
He'll probably get high 20s, low 30s, depending on what the market is.
That's the one that like anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, he's almost done. I know he about 30.
No.
That guy, he went to New Orleans. It's their receiver, super fast receiver.
But I thought he was in the anime too.
He might be.
No, I'm talking about the anime, the one in New Orleans. Then I'm talking about him.
Yeah,
the running back.
You talking about
Jamal?
I think he's Jamal.
Oh, Jamal Williams.
Yeah, I thought he was in the anime too. But yeah, because he kind of like a knucklehead, so he ain't gonna get that much bread. So you better pay. You know what I'm saying? You better pay him, keep everything around. But like I said, they whole defense was on an IR basis towards the end of the season. They could run it back, but they're gonna have to answer the question this year: is Jared Goff good enough to get us to the Super Bowl and win? Like what I said, he's probably good enough to get you there, but is he good enough to win it? I think that's the question that they're gonna have to answer this offseason and going into next season. And like I said, you can always use some help on defense because of the fact your whole team went on. Your whole defense got hurt.
They had me and you out there playing corner at one point.
Yeah, so that's what I said.
I'm saying, like, are we kind of fast tracking this though? Like, ain't they on case?
That window about to close, dog. Again. To me, it's just they had when you get two golden opportunities to make it to the Super Bowl, blowing out the 49ers and blowing that lead in the second half, and you get the NFC goes through Ford Field and you blow that opportunity. I would have loved to see the Detroit Lions versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Would have loved to see that. If it was in Ford
Your
Field,
question,
I would have gave it to the Detroit Lions. If it was outside, I would have gave it to the Philadelphia Eagles.
the fast track. I get your point. It takes time to build the resume and get over the hump. I don't feel like that necessarily is always the case in football. I think that's more so the case in like in basketball. The teams go through some trials and tribulations, and then they eventually figure it out. I don't. I get it. It happens in football, but I don't know if I necessarily see it as often, or I feel like that's the case because
Look,
the turnaround so different in football.
look how fast the Eagles turned. Like that was garbage last year. They became the best team in the NFL just one season, just like that.
Yeah, it's because
They added Saquon, man. Saquon, and then they drafted the Georgia players, man. Like we ain't, you know, we know what they did.
yeah, and then the coach. Let's be honest. Nah, don't get me started on the coach. We do it. We'll say that, but
All right, so
People try to get on me when I said he was a bad coach.
he is a bad coach. I said the same thing.
I think it was their coordinators that did it for him. They had Vic Fangio and Kellen Moore,
Yeah. Now Kellen Moore down in
New
He,
Orleans.
he ain't with the Cowboys no more. Look at that. Winning stuff.
You're right. Let's move on to the Green Bay Packers. There was a lot of people teams dark horse to win the Super Bowl. Then a lot of people had Jordan Love as their NFL MVP as the season started. Before the season started, they finished 11-6. Okay record. They did make the playoffs, but it was like some ain't right. Maybe they just didn't have it. They was an okay team. I believe they are picking. Where is the Green Bay Packers at? I don't even think they got it. Oh, they're picking 23rd in this year's NFL draft. Honestly, I don't know what they need, man. They got Jordan Love. I guess they just hope Jordan Love takes another leap. Outside of that, I mean, looks like they might lose Jair Alexander, so they're going to have to replace him. Maybe need another running back. I don't know. We'll
tell
see.
you. From talking to Hunter, yeah, Hunter did the last five last year for the draft recap. And the thing he keeps saying is defensive end. That's what he keeps saying. They need defensive end. They need a corner. And he talked about Jair, and he said the thing with Jair is he only played like
He's hurt all the time.
as I say, he only played like a handful of games over the past 3 years. So basically, you already used to replacing him because he ain't there half the damn time. But listening to Hunter because the biggest thing he kept talking about was defense. He said in a guard, offensive guard, and then nothing but defense. Focus straight on the defense because he
said they need a guard.
Offensive guard. Yeah.
Come on, man. What we talking about?
Hey, but he said he knows his team. He entrenched into his team. He know what his team wants. Hell, look, the Tennessee Titans need a guard, but they need everything. But that's not a whole conversation for another day. But yeah, now
they need.
You said what?
They need Derrick Henry. That's what they need.
For what? Ain't nobody protect them.
You missed them 2,000 yards. Them 15.
Nah, ain't nobody protect them. But yeah, Green Bay defense. That's what they need. Jordan Love was going in. He was my dark horse, like MVP candidate. Like I had to pick a long shot, and I still think I'm gonna take him this
year. Quag, I know you're not a big fan of the Green Bay Packers. How you feeling about them? Think they gonna have a good season next year? Think Jordan Love will take another leap? What's going on?
His posh, man. I ain't got nothing for him. I mean, I can't show him no love. What was their record?
Their record was 11-6.
11-6. 2 losses to us.
I ain't bad. When you hate a team, you hate a team.
I ain't got nothing for him, man.
Let's go ahead and go to another team that I'm sure Quag hates. That's the Chicago Bears. They finished 5-12. They look pretty good at the start of the season. and then the Commanders hit him with a Hail Mary to beat him, and the bottom fell out on them. Caleb Williams showed
Hell,
flashes. That's it, just flashes. They have a new head coach, which is actually the Detroit Lions offensive coordinator. Forgot was it Brian Johnson? Brian
Brian
Johnson.
Johnson. Did you see the picture of when he started to where he looked like now? And he only had the job for a couple months.
Oh, he's already stressing, huh?
Bro, looked like bro aged 10 years.
Mm-mm-mm. So far, the Chicago Bears in the offseason, they went hard and heavy on the offensive line, which they should have because Caleb Williams got sacked a lot. I'm really not expecting much. I honestly was expecting a lot more from them last season because they had all the offensive weapons. They're losing some of them. I think Keelan Allen is still there. Rome Medusa is still there. And DJ Moore is still there. So they still got some receivers. They're still good. Running back wise, I'm not 100% sure. Defensive wise, Bears is usually known for their defense, but this is one of the first years. I don't really know what they got defensively. So I can see them being last place in the division again, just strictly because I think the other three teams are just that much better. But we'll get to the Vikings. But before we get there, Quag, how you feel about the Bears? Are you ain't got nothing nice to say about them either?
I mean, they gotta play us twice too. And I ain't gonna lie, we got to playing around with Sam Darnold. We got to playing around and almost lost to him both times.
All right. Q, how you feeling about the Bears? Caleb Williams.
They biggest offseason question is gonna be what does Caleb Williams develop into?
They have the 10th pick in the draft, by the way.
As their offseason is based off Caleb Williams, and if he can get on the same page with the not new offensive coordinator, but the new head coach, which is basically gonna be the de facto offensive coordinator. Yep. Hey, y'all gonna click. Is he gonna develop? That's what that boils down to. Now, they got, like, you listed the offensive weapons. I think we can say this about damn near every team. What's the defense gonna do?
Yeah.
Because you got to be able to stop somebody.
Hold them to 20.
Especially when you got a young quarterback who's figuring it out. You need the defense that could give you some short fields, who ain't allowing up to 25, 28 points every game. Hold somebody at 14. Like, just give bro a chance. I think that's the simplest way to put it. Give bro a chance to do something where he feel like, they can have the running game be a part of it instead of Caleb Williams have to drop back 30, 40 times to try to win it.
That'd be nice.
I've only watched them twice, the Bears, and they appear to be a second half team. Now, I don't know if they're a second half team or the Vikings was just a first half team, but they do all their scoring in the first half, like boom, 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 boom. And literally, I don't, like I said, it might just be the Vikings. It might have just been Sam. Literally, the Bears defense turned it up. They don't score in the second half, and then they just allow Caleb to, play from behind the entire game.
That's why he got sacked a lot.
Okay, he got sacked a lot.
So I guess none of us are really expecting too much from the Bears.
I mean, no, why would we? It's the Chicago Bears. They ain't.
Yeah.
I mean, would you? Not no shade, but Chicago's known for the defense. Defense ain't really the thing right now that we're talking about. We're talking about the quarterback. Now I know free agency right now they focus on offensive line. They took in. They done traded for and signed 3 new offensive linemen in an attempt to protect Caleb Williams.
That's what they're supposed to do. So we'll see what they do in the NFL draft. I pray to God they don't take that running back from Boise, but we will see. Last but least, the Minnesota Vikings finished 14-3. They was the 5th seed in the NFC, unfortunately, because they lost it against the Detroit Lions. Sam Darnold, he was actually getting some MVP love to start the season.
Same Darnold.
His last 2 games, he did not look like an MVP, but he will not be a Minnesota Viking this year as he's now with the Seattle Seahawks as they dropped the bag off to him. Looking like Minnesota is going to go with JJ McCarthy. There was some rumors, some talk swirling that they may try to go get a Aaron Rodgers or a Russell Wilson just to give JJ McCarthy a little more time as he is coming off an injury and he's still a rookie quarter. Well, no longer will be a rookie quarterback, will still will be a first time starter. So they want to give him a little bit more time. I don't think they should go for Aaron Rodgers, but I would absolutely love it because now I can start throwing out my Jordan Love Minnesota Viking jersey in about 15 years joke. I would love that. Um, Obviously they got the I'll probably either one or two receiver in the game and Justin Jefferson. Uh, Aaron Jones was there. He did pretty good. He looks like he's coming back. Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson. Y'all still got TJ, right? If I'm not mistaken, y'all TJ Hawkinson. The defense, they was all right, but the show was Sam Darnold and Jay Jetta. They was doing their thing with Aaron Jones and Jordan Addison. Q, we go ahead and start out with you. We'll let Quag go last. How you feeling about the Minnesota Vikings and how they just blundered that last two games? They just looked awful, but they don't have that quarterback there now. They got somebody different.
I ain't saying this good Quag, so I'm just gonna give my honest takes. I think they're gonna take a step back.
If they get with JJ McCarthy, I agree.
I think they're gonna be 11-6 next year. No, not 11-6. I'm gonna say 10-7. I think they're gonna be 10-7 next year because they start. He's not a rookie, but he did play the first year, so in all purposes, he is a rookie.
If it was the NBA, he still would have been considered a rookie.
It's gonna take some growing pains. So, and let's be real, he was good at Michigan, but was he that good at Michigan?
He was good at handing that rock off.
So I think it's gonna be 10-7. But I'm just gonna get out the way.
Did he win a national championship?
Because he was handing that rock off.
Winning the national championship. Okay. You just talked about Eli earlier. Yeah, Eli got to him. Did Eli win?
So he was just there, is what you telling me.
Was Eli just there?
You the number 4 pick, but you was just there?
All right, bro.
Did you watch the Michigan?
I've never watched Michigan a day in my life. I'm asking y'all.
Exactly,
bro, they won that. They won that off defense and running the rock. There was a game that JJ McCarthy didn't throw the ball. There was a game he did. I think I always he didn't throw it but like 5 times. In the second half, he didn't throw it at all. There was a literal game like that.
Y'all needed a quarterback. Y'all took a quarterback. That's what that boiled down to. Was he like the same thing I'm asking about Shador? Is he a top 5, worthy draft pick? I don't think so. Is he a first round worthy draft pick? Yes. I think the same thing.
Think Shador is? I thought Shador was pretty good.
I think Shador.
I mean, for Deion, son, you feel he ain't Deion.
I think Shador is a first round draft pick, but I'm not saying that. I'm not. People got him as like a second round or a third round. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I think he's a first round draft pick.
He's a 32, straight up a 32 and take him.
He's 20 to 32. Yeah. And I think that's the same thing.
If you look at the draft order, Shador and pretty much all the quarterbacks in terms of just pure talent, the quarterbacks is pretty low. You got Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, Will Campbell. You got a bunch of players just in front of them. I think the first quarterback is like 7 or 8 in terms of talent.
But my point with the Shador thing was kind of with JJ. JJ was a first round talent, but was he a top draft pick? But y'all took him there because that's where y'all was drafting. Y'all knew y'all needed a quarterback. And he does have all the intangible things. That's what people talk about. The stuff you can't measure, the stuff you can't see on the tape. He has all of those things. But as talent-wise, I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just not saying he's gonna keep y'all at your 12-5, your 12-5 range, your 13-4.
He's not gonna come out and look like Sam Darnold did in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna look like Sam Darnold in the last 2 games of the season, but he ain't gonna look like
he's going somewhere in the middle of the spectrum.
Y'all said that about Jaden Daniels.
Who's y'all? Don't y'all us when it comes to Jaden. We gave Jaden praise.
Yeah. He's a Heisman Trophy.
From the jump?
We thought he was going to be good.
Yeah. My only issue was he's kind of small. Hope he doesn't get hurt. That was it.
Yeah, Maniac. What you think your Vikings going to do? Forget what we think. It's your team.
Man.
You got the jersey on. Why? I don't know.
They better follow history, and they better go get Aaron Rodgers. Just going to follow the track. Go get A-Rod. You already look. If Sam Darnold can do that with this team, what do you think Aaron Rodgers could do?
Not that.
They say lightning don't strike twice. You never know.
I would absolutely love it if he signs for the man, just like Brad. Oh man,
and then go torch the Packers twice, and then you can be on part of the list. You done beat every team in the league.
Oh, love it. I would absolutely love it. I think it would be a better fit than the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You already got a ready-made team. All they need is a quarterback. I'm a quarterback. I can do that. I can throw to Justin Jefferson, and I can throw it near him. He'll go get it.
Okay, presuming y'all don't get Aaron Rodgers, how would you feel about JJ McCarthy?
Like I said, man, I ain't never seen the nigga play, so I mean, he might be all right.
Would you be excited for it? You gonna ride for him, or you just
until he start winning? Shit, y'all, bro. If y'all ain't know, I was on Pat Kelsey head. I was in that nigga DM. I said, lose another game, nigga.
Right,
lose another game. I was on his
6.
head, boy.
We only lost 6.
I'm saying though, he was talking. No, he was talking that noise, but he backed it up. So I backed off.
All right. So back to the Minnesota Vikings. In terms of the division, obviously Green Bay, Detroit Lions, and the Chicago Bears. Where do you see you guys falling? Y'all finished second. Where you think y'all fall in those?
Repeat, because I don't see the Packers being better than us this year for real.
The Packers definitely better.
I got y'all third.
They have a better quarterback. Yeah, they're not better.
I got y'all third.
They got to play this defense again. They got we got our DC is Brian Flores. I already know he's right. He got a chip on his shoulder.
Right.
You got them niggas out there doing all kind of stuff.
Yeah, y'all defense was pretty good. Way better than y'all should have been with the talent y'all have. But shout out to y'all defensive coordinator.
Our weakest point is our secondary. I think we'll be okay on the defensive side. I think we need to retool his offense, work on that line, because Sam Darnold got sacked way too much now. Like I said, I don't know if that's Sam. I'm sorry, I don't know if that's same or if I don't know.
Bro, leave that man alone, bro.
I'm saying I knew it, bro. He's doing the same stuff, boy.
Leave that man alone.
Same stuff.
Leave that man alone, bro.
Well, that'll do it for our NFL North edition, review and preview of the upcoming season. But the show's not over yet. But before we get to the NBA, we'll have to give a little announcement. The Just My Perspective podcast will be doing a reaction to the Selection Sunday of college basketball. So shout out to the Louisville Cardinals for getting that dub today. They're on to the semifinals in the ACC. We'll be playing either SMU or Clemson. It don't matter. Louisville got it.
L1C4.
All right. We watched that game. It does matter.
Yeah, it does matter.
Let's not.
It does matter. But again, the From My Perspective podcast will be doing a reaction to Selection Sunday, men and women, because the men is at 6, women at 7. We'll be doing a reaction. Now it's time to talk about the NBA. There was a big game on the other day. OKC and the Celtics. OKC got that dub. The Celtics did not show up. Outside of what? Jason Tatum. Nobody. But even though Jalen Williams was out, OKC and looks like the MVP, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander did their thing. Q, NBA just one. We also got to talk about another game. Not even just the game, just your reaction to how it ended. But before we get there, OKC Celtics.
Look, I just want to. Listen. We've been on a bunch of other stuff. I want to get some NBA in real quick. I watched this game. I thought the intensity of this game was real. It really did give you playoff feel. My issue with this game was Jaylen Brown. Bro, why are you fouling out? What you doing, G? It's like if this is what the finals is gonna look like, they gonna hunt you because they gonna try to foul your ass out. I think this game was important, and I want to also say this about Boston. The two teams with the best record is Cleveland Cavaliers and Oklahoma City Thunder. Within the past week, Boston has lost to both of them in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Boston, I think they thinking they gonna flip the switch.
They need
but they thinking they that good that they can flip a switch, and then once it comes to May, June, and July, not May, June, July, May and June, cool. We can flip the switch. We're gonna be champions. Our problems are solved. We ain't got to worry about nothing else. I don't think that's the case. I think they need to get off their high horse right now and realize these teams are actually good.
Look, let me put a quick context. Kristaps Porzingis did not play. If that matters, I just wanted to point that out. But Jalen Williams for OKC didn't play, so I just want to put those two things out there.
True. That's what I said. They both, like you said, they both a star player now. They both probably they second player now, second best player now.
Yeah, second or third. It's two or three.
Yeah. So, I think it's definitely important. I think this game said a lot about both teams, more so about Boston because, like I said, man, y'all better get in the high gear. It's March, dog. It's about to be April. It's the time to start figuring some shit out.
Okay. You are not wrong. You're not wrong. You're right. I'm with you when you're right. Do you think that is the NBA Finals preview? Because personally, I think the Cavs are gonna get them.
I do think it's the Finals preview though, because I don't trust the Cavaliers until I see it. Okay. Until I see the Cavaliers beat Boston and shut Boston down, I don't believe it.
I don't disagree with you, but I still think the Cavs are gonna do it. Before we end the podcast, though, we got one more NBA game to talk about. It's not even just a full game. We just got to talk about the last 4 seconds. As we have the resident Indiana Pacers fans, we don't talk about the Pacers enough.
We don't. We don't.
And, apologies, as I be trying to let the show flow, sometimes I've realized, we need to talk about the Pacers more. But they gave us something to talk about. I believe 2 nights ago, I want to say, they pulled out a playbook straight. It looks like they pulled it out of some Peyton Manning play.
They went to the coach locker room and said, "All right, what y'all got for him?"
Yeah, got some straight out of an NFL playbook. Tyrese Halliburton caught it, went to the corner, shot a crazy 3. Keep in mind, they was down 3. Crazy 3, pretty much at the buzzer. Maybe I think it was like a second or 2 left.
Mm-hmm.
You got fouled by Giannis. He hit the 3 and he hit the free throw to give them the 1-point win over the Milwaukee Bucks. Was you watching that live? If not, what was your reaction when you saw it? Or if you was watching live, what was your reaction when it happened?
My reaction was, since Tim Hardaway was running his choppers, Tyrese been at her when he played. He had her playing like he got a point to prove. He had her playing like the rent is due. Like he had her playing like Tim Hardaway's the dude that's guarding him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my reaction was. My reaction went straight to, oh yeah, he trying to send a message to Tim Hardaway every time he play. Oh, you think I ain't good? You think you gonna beat me? All right, let me show you what I can do. Let me show you what I'm capable of. Now, there's some people saying that he traveled, and there's also some people saying that it wasn't a foul. From my perspective, I don't care. The shot was made, the free throw was made. I don't care about either one. From my perspective, I do not care. We did what we had to do to win the game.
As you shouldn't care either.
Why none of hey, as my granddad say, RIP. What the ref say? What the ref say? What the ref call? Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
And Tyrese, he really didn't have that great of a game. He went 5 for 12, 14 points. He did get 10 assists. That's what he does. That's expected from him.
He's doubling them up.
Doubling up, double machine. So looking at the standings, obviously Cavs, Celtics are 1 and 2. Pacers are comfortably, they're comfortably out of the play-in.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
they get the 5th seed. Pistons is surprising me. Oh man, but yeah, you guys are comfortably out of the play-in as y'all are the 5th seed. And if the season ended today, y'all gonna see them Bucks. Do you think y'all can beat them in 7 games?
I know we can. Without question, I know we can. That's what we do.
Here first, Q believes that the Indiana Pacers could take down the Milwaukee Bucks in a 7-game series. So I'm looking forward to it. NBA playoff season is around the corner. March Madness is down the street. And Selection Sunday is this Sunday again. Your From Our Perspective podcast will be doing a live reaction to the Selection Sunday reveal. And y'all might as well go ahead and download them bracket apps because it is that time of the year. But I'm your boy, Dion. Please like, please subscribe, leave a comment. That link in the bio. Hey, get yourself something, get your shorty something, get your kids something. Hey, just get something for somebody or treat yourself, please and thank you. Thank you for Quags for joining us for another episode of From Our Perspective. Again, he's not a guest. He's family at this point. He knows where the bathroom's at. He knows he's got to take his shoes off when he walks in. But thank you again as he gave us his perspective on his Minnesota Vikings. Captain Hater, you got anything to hate on before we get out of here?
Nah, man, I ain't got nothing to hate on. Look, man, we're going to catch y'all on the next one. You heard another guy. Boy, Mr. Bale, a.k.a. Can't say your name upon the spot.